Hello and welcome to NES Classics. In this installment, the game is Adventure Island 2, released by Hudson Soft in 1990. This is, of course, the follow-up to the original Adventure Island for NES, and this is the game that, when the Adventure Island series would deviate from the Wonder Boy series, which was the inspiration for the original Adventure Island game. So this game is exclusive to Nintendo platforms. It was also available on the Game Boy, and the Game Boy version was called Adventure Island, same as the first one, although it's actually the second game. Adventure Island 2 for Game Boy is hence the third Adventure Island game. Alright, so let's play some of this. So Adventure Island 2 is essentially just basically a visual and audio upgrade from the original Adventure Island. All of the original gameplay elements are still here. You still have to collect fruit to, power up your ever-depleting health bar that you have. You still throw, hammers. New are these animal buddy power-ups that you can get to, knock down enemies and to give you an extra hit. Same thing as the skateboard. At the end of every level, you can choose an egg, and the egg will randomly give you points. Adventure Island is not really about its level design, it's more just about, having fun through these, various worlds and, trying out new powers and avoiding enemies. It's a simple game, but it's a lot of fun, and I think the game has aged very well because of that. Like a lot of, fairly late NES games, Adventure Island is very bright and colorful and looks just great. See, that time I got 1,000 points. Adventure Island 2 is not nearly as insanely difficult as the original game was, but it's still not no walk in the park either. This is a game that you still need to put some effort into when you play. Levels are relatively short, especially for NES standards. The little overworld that's included is, a nice little touch. The egg plant will sap your power, so you gotta get away, and be careful. Whoops. The controls in Adventure Island are really quite good. You use basically, it's the same kind of control as Super Mario Brothers. You hold down the B button to run, and also to to shoot your weapon, and you press the A button to jump. But Adventure Island, I think, is always about speed. You always want to be moving, pretty quickly, and not stay in one spot for too long. And that's because, you're constantly depleting life bar. Whoops. Ah, darn. Alright, let's try again. It is always kind of weird how the fruit just randomly appears. You know, you'd think that the fruit would be there before you grab it, but like it appears above you like it's some sort of magical talisman or something. The music is decent, but I don't think it's anything that special, and the chiptunes aren't very memorable either. Although, I can't really say anything bad about it. It's not like it's bad music, it's just, I don't know, very run-of-the-mill. Alright, the pterodactyl. Love this. Flying in video games is a lot of fun, no matter who you do it with. Whether it be in Mario 3 or whatever. Alright, so there's the first boss of the game. You automatically proceed to the next level, and here we go. So if I wanted to, I could have chosen the Aerodactyl again and used him as my animal buddy, but I want to keep him for, you know, when I really need him. Overall, Adventure Island 2 is probably a better game than its first game. It's just, I don't know, probably less remembered because it came out in 1990. And this was the time that, you know, gamers were beginning to transition between the 8-bit generation from the NES to, you know, the new 16-bit generation with the Sega Genesis that had just come out by then. And the Super Nintendo, you know, was quickly coming out a year later. So, as a sort of, like, transitional game, it's really quite fantastic. I think Adventure Island 2 is worth picking up. Although it is also on the Game Boy, I would recommend the NES version over the Game Boy original, over the Game Boy version, because the Game Boy version, you know, it just has a smaller screen real estate. And this game really benefits from, you know, having to be able to see what's in front of you and, you know when to time your jumps and all that. It's also the kind of platformer that when I die, you know, I know that it was clearly my fault, not like the fault of the controls or something. Either I wasn't paying attention because I was, like, talking or, you know, something like that. And that really cuts down on the frustration aspect of this game. You don't ever feel like you die because, you know, the game is just not fair or because the controls are awful or anything like that. See, I'm just not paying attention. Well, there's a game over, so let's continue, and how about this? We get to continue right from the world. We're not sent back to the title screen like we would be in the first game. You are sent back to the first level of the world, and you don't necessarily start at the level that you died on. But, you know, such things that are common for game overs. Well, that'll about do it for this video, so thanks for watching, guys. If you have any questions about Adventure Island 2, let me know, and, yeah, tell me what NES games you want me to cover in the future, and I'll do my best to oblige. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.